I'm fine. I'm sorry, I thought this was the girls' bathroom. I muttered, hanging my head low. The man pulled up next to me, washing his hands in the sink right beside me. He chuckled slightly.
It's unisex, don't worry about it,
he said, in an effort to calm me down. I let out a big sigh and tried to run my fingers through my hair, something that used to calm me down during panic attacks, until I realized that my hair was still braided. I could still feel my heart beating intensely in my chest, my breathing irregular, and my legs were still shaking. I clung to the sink. The man noticed my nervousness and concern, and his expression softened. He turned off the faucet and dried his hands with a paper towel before turning to face me directly.
Hey, take a deep breath,
he said with a gentle, soothing tone.
Are you okay? Is there anything I can do to help?
His genuine concern and calming presence made my grip on the sink loosen, but I still wasn't okay. I looked up at him, noticing the genuine kindness in his eyes. I'm sorry, I stammered, trying to hold back the tears. It's just been a really rough day. I don't want to bother you. He shook his head, offering a reassuring smile.
It's okay, honestly. Do you want to talk about it?
I began to feel a wave of calm wash over me, but I was still a bit tense. The unknown man leaned on the sink and offered a polite smile, though I still couldn't shake the uneasiness completely. Thank you, I said, offering a small smile in return. I just had a strange encounter with someone. He nodded sympathetically.
I'm listening.
His willingness to lend an ear surprised me, yet it also felt strangely comforting. I was not one to confide in strangers, but that day was different. I was feeling desperate, and this man seemed different from the rest of those snouty rich kids out there dancing and drinking. Look. I'm not like you. I mumbled. I don't even know why I came here. I don't come from a rich family, I'm just lucky enough to have a rich friend.
Who's your friend?
Emma Bianchi. The man's facial expression changed slightly, as if he knew exactly who I was talking about. It seemed like he wanted to say something, but he decided to keep his mouth shut and continued listening to me. I'm only here because Emma wants me to meet someone. My ex-boyfriend cheated on me a few months ago and I'm unable to move on. I don't know why I thought this would be fun, everyone here hates me. I vented, feeling a sharp pain in my chest that only grew with each word I pronounced. The unknown man nodded his head in agreement.
Yeah, people here can be some self-absorbed assholes,
he said.
Don't let it get to you.
He didn't seem bothered by the fact I was a so-called peasant to him. This was new to me. I had never been treated with such respect by someone other than Emma from the high class. My cheeks blushed. Not only was he extremely attractive, but he seemed to be a genuine person. I looked away, trying to hide my red face.
What's your name, by the way?
He asked. My name's Chloe, you?
I'm Ruben. Ruben Chester.
It didn't take long for me to realize who I was talking to exactly. I had been hearing about him the whole night. I was talking to the Ruben Chester, Mrs. Bianchi's client, the man who organized this whole party to begin with. He was, in Emma's words, the richest man in New York and a huge deal around the world. I couldn't believe I was venting my problems to someone with such a high status. Oh God. I said, but it slipped.
Oh God? Is that your reaction to finding out who I am?
He leaned closer, laughing slightly.
Don't worry, Chloe. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable.
I couldn't believe that, despite his enormous wealth and status, he was a casual and down-to-earth guy. He wasn't arrogant or entitled like the rest were at that party. It was refreshing to see such a genuine person hosting a high-end event.
I apologize if anyone made you feel inferior. If it makes you feel any better, it's because they're insecure and feel the need to flaunt wealth and status around.
He joked. His genuine smile and warm eyes made it easy for me to forget who he really was, at least momentarily. I took a deep breath, regaining my composure. I've never been in a place like this before, and they made me feel so small, I admitted, feeling vulnerable. Ruben nodded sympathetically.
I understand. If it helps, you're invited to sit down at my table tonight at the feast with the rest of my family. I don't want to see anyone poking fun at you for your status.
My eyes widened when I realized he was offering a place at his table with the rest of his multi-billionaire family. I knew that it was a huge opportunity, and that thanks to him I wouldn't be seen as inferior. Are you serious? I asked, my jaw hung open. Ruben smiled warmly.
Of course. We have a few extra seats at our table, and the feast is about to begin. Just follow me.
I couldn't help but smile back at him. At that moment, Ruben Chester, the enigmatic and wealthy man, felt like a friend, someone I could trust. Again, I tried to run my fingers through my hair but realized once more that it was braided. Thank you, Ruben. It means a lot, I said, feeling a genuine sense of gratitude.
My pleasure, you know where to find me.
Ruben Chester left the bathroom with a smile. When the door shut behind him, I couldn't help but feel butterflies in my stomach. He was certainly attractive, my cheeks were still flushed. But, most importantly, he was different from the rest of the socialites. He was kind, compassionate, and he was a breath of fresh air. He made me realize that not everyone needed to flaunt their greatness and wealth.